Rescue Dave. There he goes. It's nice of you to try to help her out. Growing up, we would always take the kayaks out around the point, and the first rule was you gotta start your kayaking into the wind so that it would be at your back on your way back when you get tired.
She just got it.
Oh no. Yeah, but hey, you know what? That's how you learn. Go into the wind first. Or you are likely to end up having to work pretty hard to get back. We're leaving Portimao a bit abruptly. The reason is because we need a few things done just up the coast in Lagos. So we're heading to the place that can get it done.
We've been like waiting around for like 10 days trying to get a pump.
We are ready to sail.
10 into it.
I know, we want to see if we can get it.
But we can see how high we can point, but we can do a tack off this way and then a tack that way.
That's what I'm thinking, could be kind of cool.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah. We've been fortunate, the wind conditions have been at our back this entire journey so far, and today is the first time we actually get to do a little pointing. Looking forward to a nice sail up the coast to Lagos. Just getting the reef lines ready so that when we hoist the mainsail, they don't get too tangled. I've yet to perfect this strategy, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, great job.
We just hoisted the mainsail so that we can see how this boat does going into the wind.
This guy made a really nice reefing chart. We're like right almost on the cusp of having a
Oh my good grief. When you're going into the wind, the apparent wind speed of 20 merits a first reef. We're just playing with the mainsail, seeing if we can eke out a tad bit more performance and maybe lighten the load a bit. Let's go have a look at these sails. First upwind sail performance. Seems like things are going good up there.
We have 15 knots of apparent wind and 13 knots of true wind, and we're sailing upwind at 5.6 to 6.5 knots. So it seems pretty reasonable to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's one of those fish pots. Have a look. Right there. You want to have some $8 sushi for dinner?
No.
Why not?
We ate $8 sushi. All you can eat $8 sushi. And Kelly even walked in the place, she goes, it looks and smells funny. And I'm like, listen, we're gonna eat here. And it's been like the worst mistake of the last 2 days.
And I ordered all of the vegetarian rolls.
I know.
So if somebody drags you to an $8 all-you-can-eat sushi and you're suspicious, that's your meal plan.
Come on home. Whoa. Don't you dare.
I shouldn't make fun. He's been pretty miserable. The place we're heading to now is like another river mouth, and it has maybe 3 different anchorage options. According to the sailing guides that I was reading, this stretch of the coast which we're headed to is considered some of the very best of the Algarve. And we would have missed it if we hadn't had the need to go up to have the service done. So that's actually kind of a cool thing. I like it when you don't plan things and they still come together really well.
Both channel and basin carry a nominal 2 meters at mean low water.
Let's just not run aground. We're braving the entrance to this here river mouth at the low. This means we're gonna be relying on our technology to help us avoid the shallow spots. It's a shifting sands kind of place. Throwing caution to the wind and braving the low tide. I love how active everyone is around here. It's really neat. Shallow. These sandbars are super hairy. They're all over. Starboard side, port side. And we can see a sailing vessel up on one of them. And then a power yacht just came by as well, and they ran aground. I don't know if they're off yet, but the good news is the tide's coming up, so maybe they'll be saved. We are just eking our way, slowly but surely. Captain David doing his usual excellent, outstanding, and amazing job. Awesome, Dave. Well, what do you think? No pain, no gain?
That's not sailboating.
We have a beautiful but untested and not very comforting anchorage. We're not feeling super confident, so David's gonna go and do a little investigation to confirm that the radius of our turn, if the wind switches direction, that the depths are comfortable for us so that we can relax at least a little bit. He's gone and rigged up a depth finding pole.
All right, can I have that depth finding pole?
Oh, depth finding pole coming right up. This used to be a brush. Now it's a depth finding pole. Good luck! If he can touch the bottom, the boat is just barely safe. There's Dave doing his little manual depth sounding.
It's like a definitive line.
Do you feel good about it the other side? There you go. Oh, it works.
Oh yeah, it works. The anchor line looks pretty good. We're sitting in a little town just to the east of Lagos. We came in here in the evening at dead low tide, and we had to snake our way back through this channel to this small town, this little fishing village we're anchored in. And there were a lot of boats back here, so there was no place for us to park. We ended up in this channel. I took the dinghy out and we had a stick and we're trying to figure out where the drop off was. Yeah, so I think literally the ledge to the ground is about 5 feet off the back of our boat right now. But it's a really cool town. A lot of like the local people from the town are out on this big shoal behind me. It's just a beautiful morning. Good morning, Miss Kelly.
Good morning. Let's go figure out where we are. It might not be the most easy anchorage, but it's pretty convenient once you get settled. Look at all these little dinghies. This looks like a pretty charming spot up there.
It is beautiful.
We're gonna take up the anchor now. Makes our lives less and easier. I get to navigate out, but I have a secret weapon. Our line coming in at low tide. Let me just try this again. See if
No, you're good. What's tangled? Nothing's tangled. Yeah. No, you're good. Now it's time to go to the winch.
Okay, on the starboard side?
Yeah.
Don't mind?
That's fine on that side.
On something.
Where?
Let's just see.
Loosen the topping lift up a little bit.
You might be able to bring it up a little more.
I don't know, it's pretty stuck, but you know, maybe
That's still going up.
it's really firm. You just don't force it, you know, there could be something stuck.
Yeah.
Do you want me to let these out again? Dave's just having a peek to see if something might be jammed. Do I need to let these out?
Yeah, you can look. Yeah, come up. Yeah, just try to lift it a little more.
It's literally not moving at all. Something's holding it back.
Oh.
And I'm hesitant to do it more. In fact, I'd let it all a little.
But just there's a lot of like lock down here.
Yeah, well, let me let a little bit off of this. Well,
Kelly just broke the sail bag. We just broke the sail bag. Does this face look happy?
listen. I'm much stronger than I look.
No.
Okay, that's not what happened. Just going through the motions of getting the mainsail up, and we have these lazy jacks in the bag situation here, which is pretty convenient most of the time. But there's one in the back that's actually difficult to see, and all was going well until we got about 3/4 of the way up, and then it got a little difficult, which was resistance coming from a snare up the back here. And rather than doing the right thing, which would have been to stop and reassess the situation and check everything out, I stuck it on another wrap and hoisted it a bit further. I heard a popping sound, and that was the stitching in the sail bag. Things could be worse.